to talk to you about hydration and the importance of staying hydrated. Today I have a special guest. Caitlin from the Food Pharmacy is with us. She is one of Nashville General Hospital's spectacular dietitians, and we're so happy that she could join us. Did you know that according to a Cornell Medical Center study, 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated?
That's a big number.
I know. What do you think one of the biggest misconceptions about dehydration is?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions people may have about hydrating is that you can only get hydrated from water. Whereas water is the best natural source of hydration, you can also get it from fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables are made up mostly of water. So that isn't to say that you should replace fruits and vegetables or water with fruits and vegetables, but you can think of it as kind of a supplement to drinking water. So fruits and vegetables have, the vitamins, minerals, and extra fiber in there for that added nutrition boost.
Yes, and I was just cutting up a watermelon yesterday and noticed all the extra water and how hydrating a watermelon is. So that is to your point.
Yeah, watermelon is really mostly water, so hence the name.
What are some of the symptoms of dehydration?
Yeah, so if your body is not getting enough water, it could react in a few different ways. You can have extreme thirst, obviously, as one. You can get fatigued, you can have dizzy spells, and you can also have dark-colored urine or infrequent urination. So one tip that I've learned that you can kind of look for to check your hydration status.
Yes, we like tips.
Yes. Super easy tip. You can kind of look at the color of your urine. And if it's kind of a clear lemonade color, you can think of it as you're in the clear. Yeah. If it's clear, you're in the clear.
I like it.
Yeah. And if it's kind of more of a dark yellow or a brown color, that's one way your body is telling you, I need more water, please. Drink more water.
That's a good tip. Thank you. So things that I hear most commonly from my clients are that they don't like to drink water. They don't like the taste, or they feel like water just isn't enough. In this hot Middle Tennessee climate, if you're outside exercising, you need electrolytes. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so it would probably be a good idea to start off with just kind of talking about what electrolytes are, what they do for the body. So a lot of popular sports drinks like Gatorade, Powerade, those kind of drinks, they have sodium, magnesium, and potassium added to them. Those are the big three electrolytes. So they serve the purpose of, they have a number of purposes in the body, but one of them is to help your body hydrate more effectively. It just helps your body absorb water more efficiently. Yes. So that's why they're added to sports drinks. Okay. So it's really great for athletes, who are working out for hours, or if they're outside working out for hours, working up a sweat. When you sweat, your body loses those electrolytes. So that's the main purpose for sports drinks, is to kind of replenish those electrolytes.
Yes.
So it's really great.
Yeah, and then here in the wellness program, we're trying to focus on limiting nutrients that aren't as good for us, like sugar, saturated fats. Anyway, sugar comes to mind when you talk about the Gatorade and the Powerade drinks. Yes, so we've got good options for those. Instead of just the full Gatorade, we have the Body Armor Light and the Gatorade Zero.
Yeah.
And so those are items to consider when we're talking about limiting sugar, but getting the electrolytes to supplement our hydration.
And kind of going back to what you said before about water being kind of boring, or people just don't like drinking water.
Yes.
Something that I do too sometimes is I just cut up some fruit and add it it to the water, it gives it a little bit of flavor, makes it more interesting. Because
Yes.
I struggle with drinking water sometimes.
Like
too,
strawberry water.
Yeah, strawberry mint water. Mint is
Cucumber,
fantastic.
lime.
Yes, you can customize it to your personal preferences, whatever you like, and it just adds some of that extra flavor to the water.
I like it.
Plus, you kind of get a little snack out of it too.
Yeah. Yes, eat it. In your opinion, is plain water the best source for hydration?
Yes, it definitely is, because if we can kind of go back to your sugary drinks example, and kind of another example to go along with that, if you think of curing meat, they will use either salt or sugar to cure the meat, because the purpose of the salt or sugar is to draw water out of the meat, because water encourages bacterial growth. So whenever we drink sugary drinks like soda, juice, Gatorade, the really sugary sports drinks, the same exact thing happens in our body. Our body responds by pulling water from wherever it can get it to compensate for the amount of sugar that we're drinking. So in effect, it can actually be dehydrating to your body, those really sugary drinks.
Yeah.
So water definitely is the best source of hydration. It's just what your body uses naturally to keep itself hydrated.
Okay. And also, I've had a question from one of our participants about sparkling water. And
yes.
What do you think about sparkling water?
Yeah, it's a great alternative, I think, to sodas, because it still, has those fun flavors in it. There's a whole rainbow of flavors you can choose from.
And there's no sugar.
And there's no sugar. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So, one thing to look out for with the sparkling water, though, is, if you're really prone to dehydration, you can still have some sparkling water, but
you still need to have plain water as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, how much water should an adult drink?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Because a lot of, the big popular thing you hear from people or just read on the internet is that they recommend 8 glasses of water every day, each glass being 8 fluid ounces of water. This is a great general rule to follow, but the fact is it might actually be too much for some people and not enough for others. So if we could get into a little bit of math here.
Yeah.
About 50% of our bodies is made up of water. So if you think about it, every day you need to be replacing that water. So if you're 150 pounds, for example, half of 150 is 75. So you should be drinking at least 75 fluid ounces of water every day. So if we go back to that first example, 8-ounce glasses of water, that equals 64 fluid ounces. So that actually wouldn't be quite enough water for
most people. Yeah, I mean, a lot of adults weigh over 150 pounds. So certainly that math equation is very helpful in giving you a guideline to see how much you should drink a day.
And a simple math, too.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. As you continue along your wellness journey, remember to drink lots of water and stay hydrated. And the next video to come will be about affirmations and self-love. So thank you, Caitlin, and health is wealth.